Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is the War Train here, and in today's video, I'm gonna let you guys know why I haven't made any videos in the last couple weeks. But before we get into that, if you're not subscribed and you're new to the channel, think about subscribing. I would really appreciate it, and definitely give the video a like and hit that bell so you get notified of every time I upload videos like this one. But with that out of the way, let's talk about why I haven't made any videos. Well, we did have the holidays, so Happy New Year, everybody. Merry Christmas. Hopefully you had, great holidays. Hopefully everybody was safe. Hopefully you got maybe something that you really wanted for Christmas, maybe a PS5, Xbox Series X. Probably not, because nobody can find them still, I think. So yeah, but hopefully that changes soon, and maybe some of you guys did, get a brand new console, and if you did, congratulations. Yeah, so I hope you're having a good time with it. But there is still a ton of people out there looking, unfortunately, and that's part of the reason that I'm having problems with why I haven't been making videos. Well, I've been playing one game in particular on my PS5. All these games and stuff, they aren't just here for show. I actually do like to play and game quite a bit. Actually, this last year, 2020, I beat a ton of games this last year. Some of them very huge, epic adventures, just had a blast, and, got to check them off the list. So that's always a good thing, especially when you have a massive collection. You don't need it to just sit around and collect dust all the time. You really should actually play the games that you get, and that's what I try to do. But one game in particular has definitely had me completely addicted. It has, put me in a spot where I just been kind of neglecting things, and I'm sorry for that. And that is Demon's Souls Remake. Man, what an excellent game this is. A From Software game. They got the Bloodborne, Demon's Souls, Dark Souls, and Sekiro or whatever. Shadows Die Twice. They're the ones that make all those games if you're not familiar with them. But Bluepoint Games, they are the ones that did the remake. They did the Shadow of the Colossus remake, which is absolutely gorgeous, and this is no exception. They did a fantastic job on this remake. This game is absolutely gorgeous. It drew me to it just with the high level detailed graphics, the super smooth gameplay, 60 FPS, which plays in basically 4K. It does, go up and down a bit. That's how you're getting that 60. But it's worth it to play in, the performance mode, in my opinion, over the cinematic mode, which gives you just locked, native 4K, but 30 FPS. But this game is absolutely fantastic. I want to talk about what makes this game so goddamn special and why it took up so much of my time. So without further ado, guys, let's get into it. Alright guys, so the Demon's Souls for the PlayStation 5. Man, what an awesome game. Now, I picked this up on launch day with the PS5, and it was the first game that I actually loaded onto my PlayStation 5. First disc I put in, and I was honestly blown away as soon as I seen just the name Demon's Souls come up on the screen, and just all the particle effects coming off the logo blew my mind. It was just awesome looking the way that they did it. And then, just the intro to the game looks phenomenal. It was just kick back and watch it. I was blown away, and it got me excited for the game. Now, I didn't know nothing about the game. I'd never played the original. I have played quite a bit of Bloodborne, not a whole lot of Dark Souls. I do have Dark Souls 1, but I haven't really got super far into the game. But now it's a game that I want to play the whole trilogy of the Dark Souls game. I never really put a lot of time into these games, and for whatever reason, I just felt drawn to this one from the trailer. I think just the way the game looked, it was a big thing. The level design, how detailed it was, and it just drew me to the game. It looked fantastic, especially running on a PS5. The graphics look phenomenal, and I like this game so much now, I honestly went out and bought the PlayStation 3 version. And I can't
can't wait to actually give that game, the original game, a try and check that out and just see how much different it looks, because honestly, this is the same exact game. They did build a new game on top of the old one, but the game still runs just like the original one. Still has the same flaws as the original game. They did change some of the character designs up a little bit. Some people that were real familiar with the original one, that bothers them a bit, but I don't think anybody can say that this isn't a faithful remake and this isn't an awesome game. It looks amazing. The game plays phenomenal. Not like the first one that played at 30 FPS on the PS3 and struggled to play. This one plays really smooth, and it's worth playing in the performance mode over the graphics mode. The cinematic mode actually adds a level of detail that you don't get in performance. It's not by much, but it's there. But the performance mode, I think, offers so much more, because the game, just by doubling the frames per second, it plays so much smoother and faster. It definitely shows almost instantly. But going into this, like I said, not playing the original, I didn't know what character to start as. I started off as a knight because, that's what they showed in the commercial. And I, liked my choice. I thought the knight was really cool. The one thing you don't get right off the bat with the knight is magic. You don't get any magic. You have to find that stuff as you play through the game. I did wind up finding it, but I actually started a new playthrough because I killed one of the shopkeepers, and I didn't know that if you killed them, you didn't get them back. I didn't mean to kill him. I didn't know he was a shopkeeper. I was just so paranoid that it was like, kill everything in sight or they're going to kill me. Because honestly, in the beginning, I would tiptoe around the corners because I didn't know if I was literally going to turn the corner and get one-shotted. Because it happened to me so many damn times that I was nervous. So I used to slowly tilt the camera around every turn as I was tiptoeing through a stage. But as I got the hang of each stage, I started running through it, and really got to enjoy it when I could actually move through the game. But I did like that level of suspense, and honestly, I felt that at every turn through my whole first playthrough. And honestly, I still do feel like that because the game progressively gets harder. Every time you beat it and start a new game plus, it actually scales with you, so it gets more difficult every time. So it's not like just becoming easier and easier so you can literally just run through it. The only reason it would become easier is because you get more familiar with the game and the stages and how the characters fight and all that stuff. Like now, I'm the one-shotting enemies as I turn the corner instead of them one-shotting me. And it's things like that give, it's such an amazing feeling, especially remembering when you first played and you were literally the one tiptoeing around, and now you're literally just running through like a beast, like slaughtering everything in sight. It's such a freaking awesome feeling, and it's one of the things that make this game so damn addictive. Plus, there's so many ways to play this game. I mean, there's so many builds. If you go on YouTube here and just check out different builds that people make, there's even, say, one style of build done in different ways. I mean, people have come up with all kinds of different creations of builds and play through the game like that it is awesome. I mean, they have builds that literally regenerate health like almost like as much as it's going away. I mean, it's crazy. The stuff the community has come up with this game, and Blue Point Games made a remake. I mean, it is a true remake. They didn't change a lot other than some designs and stuff, but as far as them adding stuff, they did add a couple of things, and what they added I think is really cool. One of the major things is they added the Penetrator armor set. Honestly, it is the rarest item in the game, and it is really hard to get. It takes minimal 2 full playthroughs to get it, and that is with pure White World and pure Dark World tendency. Now, I'm not going to get into what that is because unless you played the game, Kind of it's like really confusing to for somebody that isn't playing the game. It even for somebody learning the game, it takes some explaining because I didn't understand it for a while. But it definitely it has something to do with the way that you play, and you can change it depending on how you play. If you play different ways, you can change it towards white or dark, but it actually adds features in the game that you don't get unless you're in that pure white world or dark world tendency. And the way to get this penetrator armor, which is behind a hidden wall that you wouldn't even know was there. The community actually found it, and it was in a locked door. Like, what's this door for, and how do you get in it? There was actually a hunt to figure out what this door was, and then it was like people were finding these ceramic coins, but only in pure white world tendency and pure dark world tendency in refractored mode, which refractored mode is basically a mirror mode that you can play the game in. So not only do you have to be in these certain tendency modes, you have to play the game backwards just to find these ceramic coins. And the community found these coins. They went on a scavenger hunt. They wound up finding 13 total through a playthrough, and that is in Dark World and Light World tendency through a playthrough. There's 13 per playthrough, and you need 26 of these ceramic coins to basically trade to a bird called Sparky to get a key. And the key unlocks this hidden door. So talk about a scavenger hunt, man. Wow. Something like that I think is really cool, and just hearing about that got me super intrigued. And the Penetrator boss armor is one of the most awesome looking armors in the game, so I was intrigued and I had to get it. So that led me on this witch hunt, and that explained about 3 of my playthroughs, because now I'm on my 6th playthrough of the game. But I did get this armor set, and it's just super cool looking, just the fact to have it. Plus 2, I wanted to get everything I could in the game. I believe at this point I have also made all the boss weapons that I can make, which is another thing. I originally got all the spells and stuff, because once I realized because I did make a boss weapon at first, and then I realized if I do that I can't buy spells. So that was something I had to learn, is how to use the boss souls. And I wish I knew more about the game when I started, because I would have saved them right off the bat. But and I would have bought the magic spells, because some of them really help you, especially get past bosses and stuff. But I winded up at this point getting all that stuff. I'm 1 trophy away from platinuming the game, and that's where I get to one of the flaws of this game. And in a way, I guess it's not a flaw. It's probably there for a good reason. But the matchmaking, it keeps you, as far as matching you up with other players, it tries to keep you within a level area. Like it I don't know what the cap off is, but let's just say it's 40. So you're not gonna find players 40 soul levels under you or 40 soul levels above you. So there's like a sweet spot, and I'm such a high soul level at this point, it's close to impossible for me to find people to play with online. Which is definitely sucks, especially if you're trying to get the 2 online trophies. Luckily, I was able to get matched up to be one of the bosses in the game, because there is a boss where it actually pulls people from online. Unless you're playing in offline mode, then it just has an NPC. But the old monk actually pulls players when you play in online mode to be a Black Phantom, and you're basically one of the bosses you're playing is another player, which is really freaking cool. And that's how I got one of the trophies, which is to basically become a Black Phantom and invade somebody else's world and kill them. I was the old monk, Black Phantom, and I did kill somebody. I literally one-shotted them and they died, but it was pretty awesome feeling. It's fun to be the old monk Black Phantom boss or whatever, but you know, and that's something that's unique to this game. I've never played a game where actual online people could be the boss. That's the coolest thing ever. Just another aspect of why this game's so damn cool. But back to the matchmaking, I was lucky to even get that, and I had waited around for at least an hour to even do that, and I was trying to find another player that I could actually join up with them and help them defeat a boss, because that's the last trophy I need. And I waited for probably 2 hours, and I just can't find anybody. I gave up. So hopefully there's somebody out there with a PS5 that wants to play Demon's Souls remake with me and help me get that trophy. Let me basically come into their world with a friend code and let me defeat a boss with them, because then I'll have the platinum trophy for the game. Which, that's what I set out to do after a while of playing. I was just like, you know what, at this point, why not? I usually don't go for the trophies and stuff, but this time I'm doing it. Because this game has totally got me. It's just a ton of fun. You know, until Breath of the Wild 2 comes out, this is, you know what, I've been spending that much time playing. It's just that much fun, guys. I couldn't recommend it enough. Like I said, it's just a ton of fun. Just the levels alone, just the way that they're set up, I think completely works. And it helps that the game's not too large. You know, you do unlock shortcuts, but the stages are small enough where you can literally memorize them. Just knowing where all the NPCs are going to be and knowing how to navigate your way through them after playing them for a bit, and believe me, you will remember them, because you're going to die a lot playing this game. I guarantee it. And, you know, it's just memorizing the stages, I think, is part of the fun of it. And being able to go back and literally one-shot them players or them characters that one-shotted you. These are things in this game that's why it has me so addictive, and why I haven't made any videos. And I did, you know, never meant it to be this long, but man, it was hard for me to stop playing. I was fully addicted to this game. Believe me, I would get home from work and just jump on Demon's Souls until I fell asleep. But a ton of fun, guys. I highly recommend it. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you guys aren't subscribed, think about subscribing. But thanks again for checking this video out. I do appreciate it, guys. I'm the War Train, and I'm out. Have a good one.